You know, Governor Brewer is hoping today to mend some fences with the House and Senate after telling her staff not to meet with them concerning budget negotiations last month. And this morning, we're going more in depth on this. It's part of our partnership with Arizona Capital Times newspaper. And Jim Small joins us live this morning with more on what happens next as the two sides try to meet in the middle. Good morning, Jim. The legislators and the governor are pretty far apart on the bottom line to this budget. Let's set up just how far apart they are first.
Yeah, they're about $500 million or so apart in terms of how much money they think the state's going to take in tax collections next year, and they're about 500 to 700 million or so apart in terms of what they want to spend and where they want to spend that money. So, they are reasonably far apart, and like you said earlier, the negotiations kind of broken down a couple weeks ago, and so the whole idea now is to try to jumpstart these negotiations and get everything going. And try to get everyone to the table so that way they can talk about it and try to figure out where they can strike a deal.
And Republicans really want to stock away about $250 million and put that into reserves, and then put another $200 million towards paying down our debt. But what does the governor want to do with the money?
The governor is trying to find ways to put some of the money back into schools and prisons and things like child protective services and some of the other social safety net programs that have been cut fairly deeply, in fact, over the past couple of years as the state's dealt with billion-dollar budget deficits.
Yeah, and you can hear all of those different areas saying we need that money, especially in education and in child protective services. At the end of the day, who has more leverage in getting their deal done, and why could time really be on the side of the governor?
Well, I think the governor, at the end of the day, in almost every situation, is going to have more leverage, and this is no different. The reality is she's a single voice. They've got the Republicans have 60 voices that they've got to try to get together. And in terms of time, it's really important because lawmakers want to get out and they want to go run for re-election or run for new offices. The governor doesn't have to worry about that. She can bide her time. She can sit and say, you know what, I'm going to wait for them to come to me. And so far, it looks like that's exactly what she's doing.
All right, we'll see what happens. Jim Small, you're the best. Thanks so much for being with us. A reminder that Jim's blog is at abc15.com right now. You can click on the top stories section for more information on government politics.